I've previously done a video on the Repressor and some tactical ideas for it, but in 2013, Forge World came out with an update, which I kind of hope doesn't stick, but it is currently the Forge World update for 6th edition Warhammer 40k for the Repressor. So, what changed? It went up in points. It's now 75 points, so it's gone up a lot more from what it was before. It's actually almost twice the pointage of a rhino. It went got much better armor, so it's front armor 13. It's equal to an exorcist. It was previously kind of like a chimera, but it's got front armor 13. Otherwise, it's the same. It is clearly now a transport and a tank. There was a little bit of mistake at one point where they had just called it a tank with no transport capacity, but they fixed that. Has Shield of Faith, has the Stormbolter, has the Heavy Flamer, has the Dozer Blade, and the Smoke Launchers, all basic. You can still get a Searchlight, but it costs you 1 point. You can get a Hunter Killer on it for 10, you can get the extra armor for 15, and you can pretty much use it as a dedicated transport for most of the foot squads of the Sisters Army, except for Repentia. They still can't take it as their dedicated transport. Has the same 3 access points, has unfortunately not an assault vehicle, so can still carry 10 girls, but they can't get out of it in assault. And then what's the big change, and this is what's probably confusing people and makes me kind of hesitant to use it. Actually, I'm not going to use a Repressor. It went from 6 fire points or more to 2. So now it's a Rhino with front armor 13 that costs more than twice the Rhino basic points. It's got a Heavy Flamer, but hey, if you move more than 6 inches, you can't shoot the Heavy Flamer anyways. So, it's very expensive. The model is more expensive, and you didn't get a lot for it. You basically got great front armor, but as soon as you move it downfield for any sort of use, that armor is kind of useless. You could keep it backfield and use it, to put a bunch of girls inside it with front armor 13. It's likely to survive for a lot of the game, but boy, it makes you really wonder if it's worth twice the number of points as Rhinos, just to prevent it from getting wrecked or blown up early in the game. So, yep, there's a new Repressor, and I think the selling point on the old Repressor was those fire points, and now those fire points have gone to 2. So, it's not going to see a whole lot of use, at least not in my games. But hopefully they'll make some changes, though it does say it's Warhammer 40k approved. It doesn't say that it's tentative rules or anything like that. They are the rules. On the positive side, the fact that they've come out with special rules just for the Repressor makes you think that maybe, just maybe, there's something coming up for Sisters of Battle in the future, because they've historically not given any attention to them. So the fact that they've done something implies that maybe they're thinking about it for a second, and they're gonna do something, new codex or at least new Forge World miniatures.